Hello, fans, and welcome to another edition of Reflections. Today I am joined by the original diva, the trailblazer for women in the sport today. Please welcome...
And Hall of Famer.
And Hall of Famer. How dare I forget? Hall of Famer, Tammy Sytch. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be in Rob Feinstein's home.
Is that where we are? Because if I knew, I wouldn't have came. But anyway.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
But the way I fell into the business, Chris Candido we were together forever since high school. He got hired in Smoky Mountain, and about a month after we moved down there, Jim Cornette asked me to work for him. And I was in college. I was a pre-med student. I wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
Right.
There's a brain under this blonde hair. I just don't let a lot of people know about it. But, I was just in college, and he was like, I really need a girl. I need a fresh face to do this character, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is his thing. I'm in school to be a doctor, but I was like, all right, it might be fun. I'll make a couple extra bucks. And that's how I fell into it.
How'd he feel about it?
Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, he was thrilled.
Right.
He was thrilled to death.
Okay.
Couldn't have been happier. And I was just natural at everything. He gave me a microphone and told me to cut some promos, and it was just so natural, so that's how it worked.
Right.
So, I had the passion earlier on because I was striving to be the best I could be at what I did and everything I did. But I guess because, some people, they grow up and all they want to do is be in the business. All they want to do is be a wrestler. All they want to do is be a manager or whatever. So they might still have that passion because, they grew up with it. Whereas, over the years, I'm like, it kind of just became a job for me. The way I look at it is any publicity is good publicity.
Right.
The more people talk about me, the more I stay relevant, whether it's good or bad.
Do you stoke the flame sometimes just to get that?
Yeah. I'm like the master at stirring up negative publicity.
Right.
I'm a shit stirrer. But no, I always find that, anytime I find that if, I don't see my name out there as much, I will stir up a little stuff on social media and, spark the flame. And it works. It works every single time. Like these people just like feed into it. So, and like I said, I don't care if people are talking good about me or talking bad about me. As long as they're talking about me, I'm doing something right. Sure. I didn't even refer to her. I didn't even name her. I didn't even know she was pregnant because I'm not on her social media. She heard about it somehow. Maybe she follows my stuff. I don't know. And took it as if I was attacking her. Meanwhile, I didn't know she was pregnant, not on her Facebook, not on her Twitter, was not referring to her in any way. I was making a generalized statement that pregnant women shouldn't do naked photo shoots.
Right.
And she took it as if I totally attacked her and blasted her when it wasn't even remotely referring to her.
Okay.
So she took it to that next step.
And then it kind of took on a life of its own.
Yeah.
And
completely.
you did fire back.
Of course I'm going to fire back. She started firing at me for no reason because I wasn't even referring to her.
Is there any point in time where Tammy Sytch takes the high road?
And people are like, oh, Dolph Ziggler would never. I'm like, oh, really? Would you like to see proof? How that happened, hold on. I've got to look through a lot of naked stuff. Hold on. I've got a lot of nakedness on my phone.
Feel free to share. We here at Reflections.
It's not on
We'd
me.
like to see a photo we've never seen before.
I can show you a photo of me or someone else.
I'll
show you a photo of someone else, and you can try to... Let's play Guess the Body.
That sounds like a pretty fun game.
Okay. I can't... Let me find the Dolph's picture first. Hold on. I don't know where it is.
Did you make comments about his manhood?
It curves to the left.
It curves to the left.
And it was like literally a marathon, 7 hours of just insanity.
7 hours of lovemaking?
Yes. I lost 9 extensions out of my hair.
I see.
Hair was being pulled and thrown every which way. There was hair extensions laying all over the place. It was 7 hours. It was pretty intense. So then I had to go. I had a 9:30 flight, so I didn't get any sleep. I just took a shower, packed my bags, and I told him, I said, you're tired, you have a concussion. Stay here and get some rest. So that's when he fell asleep. I took the picture, and then I went to the airport. We're going to play Guess the Body.
Here we go.
I kept Dolph, and I kept this one. That's all I've kept. Everybody else has been erased. So everybody else is safe. So if you think you're on my phone, you're not. Guess the Body.
And this is a performer.
This is a performer. Can we see it? Guess the Body. Guess the Body.
Is this a current roster?
Current. I'll show you another picture. He's going to hate me for this when he finds out I'm showing this.
Ryback?
No. Oh. And there is a picture. Let's see what it is.
That seems to be sort of some sexual juice.
Body fluids on the abs.
There's body fluids on the abs.
On the lower abs.
Now I'm assuming that's his body fluid.
Yes, that's his body fluid. Here's the shot again.
Well,
Guess the body.
he
This is
shaves.
a brand new game by RF Video.
Guess the body.
He shaved.
Body.
Speaking from a.
She just gave it away.
Oh wait. Whoa! Breaking news here on Reflections.
Don't tell.
Unfortunately,
Don't tell anybody. Keep it a secret.
Unfortunately, we got to see some intimate juice.
Juice. So he comes back to work, and I'm looking through a curtain watching the show, and he's standing right behind me, like looking over my head, watching the curtain, because we're all lined up against the curtain watching the show. And all of a sudden, he pushes up against me. He goes, "You feel that?" And of course, he was hard, and he's pushing up against my butt. I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And that was the beginning of the end. So that night, we went off and found an empty locker room, did our thing, and that's how it all started.
Where was Chris at the time?
I'm getting my plate, and you could feel somebody behind you, next to you or behind you, the
yes.
presence. And then I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn. I'm nose to nose with Sean.
He initiated it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, because I didn't see him up till that point. So he walks up behind me on the catering line, taps me on the shoulder. I turn around. We're literally nose to nose.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this. It's a little personal, but I kind of have to ask it. Just
Like I don't talk about anything personal.
Okay, I'll just throw this out there and
Yeah.
get your reaction. Skype shows.
What about 'em?
What's it all about? Right.
So I said we have something here. All three of us were with a member of the clique. We got to do a book. We each write a third of it called the Clique Chick Diaries, and we tell about all of our experiences.
Since that's
with,
not well known, would she be reserved on?
Oh, she's gonna be
that?
pissed at me because I just let this out.
Fair enough.
She's like a big sister to me, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a text message when she hears about this.
Okay.
I'm sure I will.
What about Missy Hyatt?
Ugh. Really had to bring that up?
I knew I'd find one.
You really had to bring that up?
I'm just trying to push buttons.
We were close years and years and years ago, leading up to the whole Vixens thing. We were close.
Yeah.
Like she lived in Manhattan.
Was that her idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to go in and like spend a couple of days in Manhattan with her at her apartment. We used to go to dinner. We used to go shopping. We had a good time. Once the Vixens thing happened, she just was out of control. She had a debit card for the bank account that the Vixens came in, and she was spending all the money. So none of us were getting paid. So it was just like, that's when everything started going south. And then I was still friends with her though, and I was over her apartment. And this is where I cut off my friendship with her. I was over her apartment staying for a couple of days, and she had a loft apartment. So her bed was up in a loft, and there was a futon, and I slept on the futon. So I'm asleep on the futon, and it's like 4:00 in the morning, and I wake up, and literally 2 feet next to my head, at her little kitchen table, is like a tiny little table with two chairs, a real small apartment. She's sitting there with some girl I've never seen before, and they're smoking crack. Right next to my head while I'm asleep. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, oh, just go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. I'm like, no.
Go back to sleep.
You're smoking crack next to my head.
Right.
I packed my shit and I left. You see, if something happened
Or
to me
ashamed.
like, if
But you're
something,
not ashamed of anything.
if something happened to me like that, oh, that name would be all over the place.
But that's your nature. It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that
true.
will run and hide from that.
I don't hide.
You definitely don't hide.
I don't hide from anything.
You definitely don't hide.
No.
You don't hide your feelings. You don't hide who you are, and that's
No.
amazing. And that's why I think everybody loves you.
Well, some people love me.
Everybody.
Some people
does.
hate me with a passion, and I love
Everybody
it.
loves
I love
you.
it.
Everybody.
I love being hated.
Reflections. Tammy Sytch. Thanks for coming out, guys.